Peg Haskell runs a shelter for victims of domestic violence in Washington, D.C. Her program relies on government money to function. It's already dealing with a shortage of funding because of federal budget cuts. But now with the partial government shutdown, she fears that soon
there's not going to be any place for survivors to run to in an emergency. And really, bottom line, that more survivors will end up on the streets or end up, God only knows, dead as a result of domestic violence because they had no place to go.
Haskell estimates she can keep the shelter for women and children running for about another 2 weeks. Then the emergency money she receives from the government will run out. Speaking in Washington, President Obama claimed there is a way to end America's fiscal deadlock that's kept government programs closed for a week.
The truth of the matter is there are enough Republican and Democratic votes in the House of Representatives right now to end the shutdown.
But a top Republican in Congress is blaming Democrats and the president for the political brinkmanship that's about to get worse. On October 17th, the U.S. faces defaulting on its debt payments for the first time in history if the U.S. Congress does not lift its $16.7 trillion borrowing limit.
The president had us all down to the White House last week, only to remind me that he was not going to negotiate over keeping the government open or over the looming need to increase the debt limit. The president's refusal to negotiate is hurting our economy and putting our country at risk.
But for now, it is ordinary Americans who are suffering, with government services they counted on disappearing. The U.S. Transportation Safety Board says it now won't investigate some transportation accidents. That includes this one over the weekend that killed a contractor working on the Washington, D.C. subway system.
It's really fast, okay? 1, 2.
And the U.S. Centers for Disease Control has announced it's no longer tracking flu outbreaks because 2/3 of its staff has been told to stay home. Unfamiliar strains of the illness may now go undetected. It's yet another government program put on hold, potentially putting thousands of Americans at risk. Kimberly Halkett, Al Jazeera, Washington.